Twitter video you sent with DeSantis talking about, kind of one of the things he touched on. You mentioned something on the effect of, you get an older couple, been in a house long time, paid it off many years ago. Taxes, maybe they bought it for $200,000 30 years ago, and now it's worth $1.5 million because it's in a, downtown or wherever it is. But now all of a sudden they can't afford to live in the house that they own outright because taxes keep going up. And that actually happens similar to my grandmother, who in the house that my dad grew up in turned into kind of the boutique, places where it was very close to downtown. New people would come in and they would tear the house down. They'd buy the land, essentially, is what they were buying. Right. They would gentrify it, and she didn't do that. So you get all these, like, what we used to call McMansions everywhere around her, and her house is very small or whatever, and the tax values would just keep going up and up and up, and she couldn't afford, and she had paid off the house many, many, many years ago. And I never, like, when DeSantis said something to the effect of, you're still paying rent on that house to the government. Like, when do you actually own this property where you now are free and clear? You don't have to pay. And then, and I like that idea, and I never really equated it in that way. And I thought that was interesting. And even if it's not, we're just going to do without property taxes, something like needs to be done to prevent that sort of thing from happening, because that's just not, nobody, I think everybody can agree. Nobody needs to kick out an old lady in a house that she's been in, all this long because she can't pay the tax.